For me, it's about the law and people. I just need facts, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Just facts. And how people can resolve their problems and just be better for it.
Justice with passion.
I always knew I was going to go into law because I tried to see everybody's point of view in an argument. And I encouraged people to talk to each other to try to resolve their problems.
Justice with truth.
Do not waste your time and do not waste mine.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Akash Devika is suing Alice Shaw in the amount of $1,832. Mr. Devika claims he paid for a hotel in St. Thomas so they could celebrate Ms. Shaw's birthday together, and says his now ex-girlfriend took someone else instead.
Okay, Mr. Devika, is that how I pronounce your last name?
Yes.
You are suing your ex-girlfriend for $1,832, right? Mm-hmm. Why does she owe you this amount of money?
I decided that I was going to buy her this hotel room as a gift for her birthday, and right before the trip, she took someone else in place of me.
Okay.
And I feel...
Tell me about why you wanted to gift her a hotel stay.
Well,
Who came up with the idea? What was the original plan?
It was her idea. We've been together for about, I'd say, 5 years on and off so far. And after all this time, I really wanted to do something special. Yeah, I'd have little gifts, nice dates here and there, but nothing crazy like St. Thomas. Mm-hmm. So I said, when she reached out to me saying, hey, I want to do this for my birthday, I said...
Was it a big birthday?
I wouldn't consider it a big birthday. It was just...
Birthday?
I'd say like a 5-year mark was for me a significant thing. So
5-year mark in the relationship, and it was happened to be your birthday, so you wanted to go to St. Thomas?
I did. I wanted to go to St. Thomas. I had brought up the idea in July, knowing my birthday was in October, and that we'd probably be doing it around then. Everything seemed fine at the top of it. Getting the plans together was great. He was so excited.
Did you originally say, I want to go to St. Thomas, but let's split it, or?
I had initially said I wanted to go to St. Thomas with him and that I was willing to do half and half, each of us paying our way to St. Thomas. It was just something I wanted to be able to do and celebrate the experience.
Got it.
I do have screenshots of him claiming that he will pay for it.
Okay. Good. Give that evidence to Cinder. So your idea was like, hey, let's go to St. Thomas to celebrate my birthday.
Right.
What a fun idea. You thought you were going to pay your way, and then that's when you said what?
I told her that I wanted to be able to pay for her trip as a birthday gift.
Okay.
And that was fully my intention.
Better yet, I'll pay for the hotel as a gift. Choose any place you like.
Yes.
She said, are you sure? And you're absolutely. I want you to have a special birthday. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So then,
I don't know how much clearer I can be.
Okay. So that was a gift.
It was.
Okay.
But the way I intended it to be was, I am paying for your half as a gift for you. I'm paying my own way to this hotel room.
I see.
So my half here, but here is your half as a gift.
Did you tell her that when you bought her the hotel as a gift?
I assumed it was implied.
But that's the issue, assuming that it's implied, and our issue has always been communication. I needed that to be clear. I need you to communicate.
So what if for some reason, well, anyway, go ahead, continue.
I wanted this to be a gift for her. And I understand, like I have a tendency to, I guess, drop off the wagon a bit here and there.
What do you mean drop off the wagon?
I shut down. I ghost everyone, everything, and I just kind of shut myself away from society.
Why?
And this is kind of just something that I do in my certain, I guess, mental states. Mm-hmm. But the reason for this specific one was my dad had actually died recently this year in January.
Mm-hmm.
And
sorry to hear that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. His birthday is actually the same month as Alice, in October. So the closer we got to the time of his birthday, I just kept on. It was too much of a burden for me to carry, I guess.
Did you call Alice and say, I can't go to the St. Thomas trip?
No, I never said that. I may have ghosted her, but before the trip, I still had the intention to go. I actually texted her saying that I wanted to go.
Okay. I heard from him 2 days before the trip. This was not a week in advance. This was, I had tried to call.
But I'm trying to understand your boyfriend and girlfriend, and you just stopped talking to her just because you stopped talking to her?
I couldn't reach out to anyone. I couldn't help myself at the time.
So how long did you stop talking to her for?
I'd say a couple weeks maybe. Started in about mid-August, somewhere around there.
And you were supposed to go in October?
We were leaving in September. My birthday's October, trip was September.
So you didn't speak to her in August or September?
Yes.
Okay.
Coming up on Justice for All.
So you still assume things are happening?
Yes, at this point. And then it goes into radio silence, and I try contacting, communicating in any way to verify. At this point, I'm not worried about if you're coming. I'm worried about if you're okay.
And later,
I thought this would have been something that she would have.
It's my baby.
I'm not understanding what's happening, to be honest with you.
She revealed the gender of my baby against what I had told her.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Akash Devika, who is suing Alice Shaw for travel expenses.
And so if you don't communicate with her and you're about to go on a trip, how's she supposed to know what you're going to do? So what happened with Shaw?
So everything in our relationship was going very well. At the top of it, I made clear to communicate that I needed more communication than in our past runs. I knew that his dad had just passed, so I wanted to be there emotionally, and that's really hard to do when I don't know what you needed. So
I didn't even know what I needed. How am I supposed to convey that to her?
I just needed you to tell me that you didn't know.
It's called communication. It's called speaking to somebody that you're dating and that you spent money on to go on a trip. It's called communication. It's called opening up. But anyway, go ahead.
Thank you. So about 2 weeks into August, we're still trying to get things cemented. He's dragging his feet about getting plane tickets to go. And so I asked him, are you sure you still want to do this? Mm-hmm. He says, yes, he wants to do it. He finally gets it together, gets these tickets bought, and then from that
Did you pay your own airplane ticket?
I did pay for my own ticket. He paid for the hotel, yes.
Okay, but he bought his own ticket, you had your own ticket.
Correct.
So you still assume things are happening?
Yes, at this point. And then it goes into radio silence, and I try contacting, communicating in any way to verify. At this point, I'm not worried about if you're coming. I'm worried about if you're okay.
Yeah. So completely silent. You called him, text him, email him?
DMing on social media even.
Nothing.
I mean, so 2 days before, you have a screenshot of it, I text him and I ask him, trying to reach out one last time, are you coming? Are you going to be able to make it? Are you okay? Just any response, and I got nothing. So I reached out to my best girlfriend, Madison. I asked her if there was any way she could get out of work. I just wanted to go do this for my birthday. Mm-hmm. But not only do I not know if he's going to show up anymore, I don't want to go with him anymore. Mm-hmm.
And your girlfriend was able to get a plane ticket very last minute?
Yes, she was able to scrounge it together. She was like, we'll make it happen for the birthday. But,
all right, so then you guys went to St. Thomas together?
Right, and my trip was great.
Okay, did you hear from Akash while you were in St. Thomas?
Not while at St. Thomas, but I did hear from him afterwards.
So then you get back from St. Thomas, and how many days later does he call you?
It's about a week and a half later. He reaches out. And
did you stop reaching out to him?
I had stopped.
Okay.
I had stopped.
So about a week
trying.
and a half later, he calls you or reaches out to you, and what happens?
He asked me to pay for my portion, or to pay for his portion, since he was not able to go on the trip.
So that's the first thing you say, hey, I'm sorry that I've been absent for the last month and a half, 2 months, or whatever. How are you doing? Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for caring. No, just you got to pay for half of my hotel. That's what you said to her?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then what did you say?
I did not respond.
Okay.
I figured two can play at this game.
Okay. So you ghosted him. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Devika, if you clearly, at the very beginning, you said you gifted her the hotel stay. She could pick whatever hotel stay. You did not set any conditions or boundaries on that gift. Why do you think you deserve the hotel stay back?
I think I deserve it back because this is money I need right now. My dad had just died. I had to set up all of his funeral things, and The only thing I have left besides, a little bit saved for rent and all of that are the earrings that I have that my dad gave me before he left me.
Okay, well then I'm not trying to say in retrospect or 2020, but you probably shouldn't have gifted her an $1,800 gift for her birthday if you couldn't afford it.
Well, I was expecting that.
And you probably should have, if you're going through such a hard time, confided in your girlfriend, or actually just had enough courage to tell her, you know what, I need to take that gift away because I can't afford it. My father just passed away, I have no money. But the thing is, the money was spent. You did not once reach out to her to tell her, I need to cancel this trip. You just completely ignored her. So how is she supposed to know, the recipient of this gift, supposed to know that you can no longer afford to do that? But the problem is, Mr. DeVica, I do not find that there was an agreement, a contract here, that you were loaning her the money, or that it was a conditional gift with terms. There really isn't a conditional gift because a gift is a gift. So even if let's say you were sick and you couldn't go because, heavens forbid, you had a horrible flu and you couldn't travel, she still could have gone. You wouldn't have asked her for half of the money back because you knew it's a gift. So I'm not quite sure what agreement you're thinking of, but the court finds no basis to award you the $1,832 because clearly, based on the evidence and on your testimony, it was a gift to your girlfriend to go to St. Thomas, and you would foot the bill for the hotel, and that's exactly what happened. Okay?
I'm not even asking for all of the money.
Well, yes, you are. You're asking for all the money. You're asking for $1,832. That was the claim you submitted to the court. That is your demand, and I will deny that demand because I find no basis in law that the defendant has to reimburse you for that, since it was clearly a gift, okay? Good luck to you both.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I really wish she could have understood everything I was going through. After 5 years,
It's not a lack of understanding, it's a lack of communication. This is something that could have been solved outside of the courtroom, like mature adults, but clearly we lack the basis of communication for that.
Coming up on Justice for All.
Your Honor, she threw all the food all over the floor. I had to tell the guests to go home. It wasn't even a party.
Closed captioning provided by. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Amber Schwartz is suing Victoria Landry in the amount of $980. Ms. Schwartz claims she hosted a baby shower for her cousin and says the celebration ended early after the mom-to-be destroyed the catered food.
Okay, Ms. Schwartz, you threw a baby shower for your cousin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and now, from your statement, you said you stated the defendant is like a sister, right?
Yes,
Okay, but now you are suing her for the money you spent on the baby shower?
that is correct, Your Honor.
Why? Did she promise to pay? Did you guys have a contract that said, throw me the baby shower, but I'll reimburse you for all the expenses? Was
No.
there an agreement that said that?
No, there wasn't.
Okay, so pretty easy case, right? If there's no agreement, why does she have to pay you back $980?
It came out of my pocket, Your Honor.
It's a lot of money, yeah.
Yes, the majority of it went to her catering, which was her favorite restaurant. I worked multiple hours just to try to make it perfect. It felt that the money was just taken from me at this point because it wasn't enjoyable. All the food, all the decorations, I just felt it went to waste.
Why would somebody spend so much money on a baby shower? Did you even tell her, hey, I'll try to pay you half of it? Or did somebody else try to go in on? Because that is a lot of money. It's almost $1,000.
Yes.
I mean, that could be rent, that could be a car payment, that could be insurance payment.
I would never expect her to spend that much money. We were really close at the time, and she was really adamant about throwing it for me, and so I left it in her hands. I did not ask her to get all the expensive food, all the expensive desserts and cake and decorations. I left that all up to her and her discretion.
Coming up.
Your Honor, she threw all the food all over the floor. I had to tell the guests to go home. It wasn't even a party.
Closed captioning provided by. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Amber Schwartz, who is suing Victoria Landry for $980.
Okay, so then what happened, Ms. Schwartz?
I was waiting for all the catering to come. We had about 35 people come over to my house. This took place in my residency. I was waiting for her restaurant to come by to deliver it. I was going to get everyone's attention to basically throw a surprise. I never expected her to react the way how she did. I thought she would have enjoyed it just because I've known her. I thought this would have been something that she would have.
It's my baby.
I'm not understanding what's happening, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm only listening now because I'm interested, but I mean, I think the case was over the moment
She
you
revealed the
admitted
gender
that she
of
didn't have
my
to pay.
baby.
She did what?
She revealed the gender of my baby against what I had told her. I said, I don't want to know it, and I don't want, me and my husband have decided we want to be surprised when the baby's born, and I don't want anyone knowing yet.
Wow. Did you know she and her husband didn't want to tell people?
It wasn't really clear, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I also have text messages, if I could submit a piece
Sure,
of
go
evidence.
ahead, submit evidence.
Thank you.
Okay, she told you, let's keep the gender private. I don't want anybody to know. No worries, I'll keep the baby shower gender neutral, so you know. So again, Ms. Schwartz, explain to me why you're here suing her for the $980.
Your Honor, she threw all the food all over the floor. It was basically ruined. We didn't even, I had to tell the guests to go home. It wasn't even a party.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. Promotional consideration provided by
I was 8 months pregnant. Emotions were high. Hormone levels were high. When she took this moment from me, when she betrayed me in this way, I lost control of my emotions, and I did throw some of the food on the floor. It was a really emotional time, and that was a moment that was so important to me, and I wanted to do it on my terms, and she took that from me, and I was very angry.
Okay. So, Ms. Schwartz, based on the evidence, it seems that you threw this baby shower as a gesture because you loved her. She was like your best friend, even though you're cousins, like your sister, as you described. I don't think you were ever expecting the $980 back. I understand that you're upset that she threw the food on the floor. That probably wasn't right for somebody to do at a baby shower, but can we blame her? So based on the evidence, I will deny your claim. And good luck, ladies. Good luck.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I just hope our relationship repairs from this, and I hope she understands that I did not do this to hurt her at all.
Well, I have a hard time believing that, and I made the mistake of trusting someone I thought was like a sister, and here we are. Just be careful who you trust.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.